Hello everyone, it's Makeda Voletta again, and I'm going to do another little Yoni egg Afro Roots dance demo for you all. As you can see, the Yoni egg is hanging, so it's still inside. Excuse the other video where my nipples popped out. That wasn't on purpose, but I didn't feel like recording the video over, and I do artistic nude modeling anyway, so people probably see my nipple, and it's not that big of a deal, because really, before we were colonized, my black and brown and red ancestors were walking around naked with nothing but maybe a loincloth or some beads around their waist, and it was the colonizers that were possessed by patriarchal religion that said that it was indecent and we need to cover up and put on more clothes. But really, the darker your skin is, the more sun you need on your skin every day to get vitamin D. And not just on a little bit of your skin, not just your face and your hands, but as much skin as possible. And everywhere in the world where it was hot, whether it be Africa, the Polynesian Islands, South America, the Caribbean, Southeast Asia, people were naked before they were colonized and told that it was indecent. So I don't sweat it, all right? So now, a lot of you who know my background know that I have been working with Yoni eggs for 12 years. I have been teaching a class called Sensual Strength Training for 10 years. And the things that I teach in my Sensual Strength Training class help to prepare for what I'm about to demo now. Because my Sensual Strength Training class, part of it is learning exercises for the entire body, like how to do squats properly, how to do back exercises, chest exercise, all that properly with weight, because that's what gives us lean body mass, keeps our bones strong, keeps our body tight as we age, okay? Then, but we can lift weights and have such a tight, strong core, such a tight, strong core, but we have no flexibility, and that's not good. You want fluidity and flexibility in your pelvic region, okay? So, and so the other part is using dances of the African diaspora, using dances of the African diaspora to help women to connect to their hips and be able to control the hips. Like you can move your hips left and right, you can move them front and back, you can circle, you can shake it, you can pop back. There's a lot of different ways. This egg is in my way, so it's kind of messing up some of my movements, but I can move my hips side to side. There's a lot of different things that I can do that to the naked eye may look like the same, but they're not. The way they shake and move in Brazil is differently than the way they shake and move in Peru, is differently than how they whine in Jamaica. Jamaicans whine differently than Haitians and Trinidadians and Dominicans. Like all those different countries, Cuba, have dances that require gyrations and hip circles, and are all different in terms of the way you engage your muscles. I've been studying these dances for 11 years, okay? So you have footwork, you have the shoulders involved, you have the hips involved, and it really helps, stuff to flow. I saw I keep coming towards the camera. My phone keeps giving us notification. It's freezing up the screen. So there's footwork involved, the shoulders involved, the head's involved, everything's involved. And it all starts right here, deep. And the third component of my Sensual Strength Training class is teaching women different exercises with Yoni eggs. Not just, walking around with it, but learning how to move the vaginal muscles left and right, and front and back, and up and down, and isolate the right and left sides to come together, the front and back to come together, taking the egg and pushing the egg to the left, to the right, to the front and the back, and then isolating those in 3 different parts of the vaginal muscles, learning how to do those movements in different parts of the vaginal muscles simultaneously. And then you could be moving like one egg, you can take 2 eggs inside of you and clap them together even. So there's a lot of vaginal control that can be taught, and that's why I teach in my basic Sensual Strength Training class. The vaginal weightlifting comes afterwards in the progression, okay? Now, the Taoists who talk about vaginal weightlifting talk about doing these simple swings, which are very good. But I am going to demo some dancing, okay? And I'm going to use a rhythm called Banda, which comes from this Haitian folkloric rhythm. Oops, sorry. It's the dance of the dead, okay? So it's done in the cemeteries around October 31st, November 1st, and the whole connection is with death and sexuality. And so I'm not gonna get too much into that right now. You can check out my block dance series and stuff like that. But I'm just going to show you some movements. Now, In Haitian Banda, it's a very Congolese movement. You really want to have your attention at the, where your abs insert at your hips. They're attached to your hips. So abs attach to our ribs and our hips. So when you do regular crunches, your abs are contracting to bring your chest up off the floor. When you contract the lower part, your abs contract. You can't really see because I have this dress, but your abs contract to move your hips. You see how my hips are moving? That is coming from a contraction. I'm not pushing my hips forward. I'm not doing that. I'm squeezing my abs like somebody punch me. Relaxing, okay? So that's the most important movement that helps to control the movements in Banda. So I'm just gonna do like an hour and 15-minute little dance demo with the egg. You see the egg hanging. It's attached to a bloodstone egg inside of me. And this drumming I'm pulling off of YouTube from a Haitian dance class in San Francisco. So, as you can see, I did lots of circles. You couldn't see my feet, but my feet were stomping. I was contracting, all of that. Now, granted, it would be better if you could see my abs, but this is what I have right now. But if you could see my abs, you could even see more of the contractions. Yes, you can learn things from YouTube, but you can't learn how to be a gymnast on YouTube. You have to go to a coach and have a coach watch you and give you feedback, because I've been dancing since the age of 5. I've studied many different dance forms, and still, when I go to dance class, I get corrected. I pole dance. I've been pole dancing for almost 3 years now. I teach. I have 3 certifications, but still, when I go to class, I get corrected. So, me being in the fitness industry, I know that most of what I do is teaching people to pay attention to what they're doing. A lot of people have bad lifting technique, or their dance technique is not perfect. And so for people to be at home doing stuff at home with nobody to tell you that you're not doing it correctly, you don't get the most out of it. You could hurt yourself, or you don't fully get the effect. But through all that dancing and gyrating, it did not fall out. Okay, so that would mean what? That would mean I could add even more weight. That this is probably a little bit too light, but it's good because you don't want to hurt yourself. You want to progress so that you don't injure yourself. You don't want to try to put something in too heavy and try to do something you can't do, and then it falls out and you hurt yourself. Okay, so there are levels and progressions, and my phone's about to drive me crazy. So you can check out my Sensual strength training classes, especially a class I'll be teaching in Cuba this summer, because we will be adding this portion to the class for the first time. And I'll actually be teaching it slowly instead of doing a quick demo, okay? So if you all found this video helpful, please subscribe to my page, share the video, and check out my work, okay? Have a great day.